for much more. Christmas break coming up. So, I mean, it's a good day to be a Bison. That's all I have to say.
A lot of good wrestling here. It should be an exciting day. Our referee is Mark Cesare for this bout. His assistant will be Scott Bricker. Some very good officials. We were checking out the officials as they came in today into Soika. And I've seen them before. I know they're all very, very good officials. That part of the match we would not need to worry about. Of course, when you see Bucknell Wrestling here on ESPN+, you always see outstanding officiating. And this is Bricker, I believe, head official here on this mat. Now, you're going to hear some noise that doesn't coincide with what you're seeing on your picture because there's another mat that is full of wrestlers as well. There are 2 dual meets going on 3 times throughout the day. This first one is starting at 10. Our next one will start 10 minutes after the completion of both mats. And the third, another 10 minutes after that's finished, we'll have our third match. Each time that you see wrestling here, you're going to see the Bucknell wrestlers. That's what we're covering most. Obviously, we're from Bucknell, and that's what we're dealing with. Good shot by Kade Davidheiser. He is the Bucknell wrestler. He is a junior. His opponent, Julian Dawson. Good start for Davidheiser.
As we saw on the edge right there was a stalling call called on red.
Why was that? Explain that to our fans.
So for the non-casual wrestling fan, a stalling call is basically when one wrestler in the match needs or is warned to start improving position or start creating action, and when a wrestler is not doing that, they get marked with stalling. Stalling works as you get a warning first, and then if you get a second call, it is a point towards the other man.
So the idea here is to keep the activity going on the mat and not to allow one person to just keep his defensive posture the whole time. All right, Davidheiser has controlled the leg.
We see the Morgan State
in a real
wrestler
good position. And there's the takedown. Dawson for 3.
You'll see the ref counting 1, 2, and once he gets to a 5 count, that is also defined as a stall point, as we see right there. And with the warning coming in the first, and that being the second warning, Davidheiser is awarded 1 point. One interesting fact about Morgan State, too, is they're coached by Kenny Monday, who is actually a 3-time Olympic champion, or 3-time Olympic wrestler, 1-time gold medalist. So to have some history in your corner like that, it's got to be a pretty cool thing for the Morgan State wrestlers. As we see here.
Davidheiser.
Yeah. Davidheiser with a reversal evens up the score at 3-3.
3-3 the score now. The takedown by Dawson. The escape. The penalty point for Davidheiser, and then the reversal. 3-3. 36 seconds remaining. This is the first period at 125 pounds. The Bucknell Bison, you know their uniform, the dark blue with the orange piping, and there is a cradle applied by Davidheiser. He's got Dawson in some trouble. Turns him over, and Davidheiser in an outstanding position right here. The official counting out.
Davidheiser's going to try and come back on top and get his hips up on top, looking for the pin here on the edge.
Bricker looking closely. The
short
official,
time.
And there's the end of the period. A 4-point near fall for Davidheiser. Obviously, Kade Davidheiser in outstanding position right now, leading 7-3 after 1 period. We're at 125 pounds. This is the first bout in the dual meet between the Bucknell Bison and the Morgan State Bears. We will come back and talk about the head coach of Morgan State when we get the chance. That's Kenny Monday. Davidheiser again working on the head. Davidheiser in a good position, and he gets the escape. 8-3 now the score. Davidheiser in deep for the takedown, and he captures that as well. Davidheiser trying to cut away. He wants to give the individual point for the escape. Why is that? Why does he want to let him escape?
So the Morgan State dude on bottom, when Davidheiser is on top and he wants to score points but cannot turn the dude while on top, he ends up cutting him and bringing him up to neutral to try and get the point. But as you see here, he's got another cradle locked up, so he's going to try and get his hips in and take him over to his back.
But no takedown as yet. Referee has decided this is not control. And there, enough. 12-3 the score, 33 seconds. This, I believe, is injury time.
One important thing to note about injury time in college wrestling is that if you do call injury time while on the mat, your opponent will get to choose their position. So coming out of this, Davidheiser is most likely either going to take neutral or bottom to try and score the most amount of points as possible.
You're seeing the replay. That cradle obviously very strong, and the wrestler from Morgan State showing the referee that he needs injury time.
I think one part of college wrestling that also differentiates itself from high school wrestling is riding time. So when one of the wrestlers is on the top position for more than a minute, they receive a point at the end of the match. So that is crucial in determining what position you're going to choose.
The man you're seeing right there, Kenny Monday, will give you his bio here in a few minutes if we get another chance. In the meantime, Davidheiser has taken bottom. As Ethan, you kind of anticipated, there he has the escape. He's working on more points. 13-3, the score. Now, there is something in high school that just came about, and that is the tech fall. That's a fairly new feature in high school wrestling, but it's been around in the collegiate wrestling for quite a while. Dawson, given choice, takes neutral. Tell us about that. What exactly is a tech fall?
So technical fall in wrestling is when one opponent is winning by 15 or more points. It kind of just ends the match. A tech fall results in 5 team points. Meanwhile, a pin is 6. So ultimately, the goal of the wrestler is always to get the pin. But sometimes that's not possible. So if a wrestler does end up going by 15 points, the match is over, technical fall, and the team is awarded 5 points towards the team score.
You're seeing the domination here by Davidheiser. He leads at 13-3. That's a sizable lead. But a pin, as Ethan just told you, terminates the match. So if Dawson can somehow work a pinning combination and pin Davidheiser, it doesn't matter what the score is. That's one of the good features, I think, of this sport. There's another attempt at a takedown. Davidheiser in outstanding position, lifting the leg. Does not have the takedown yet. And there it is, 3-point takedown.
Yep, and you see Davidheiser cutting him again here, letting him out. He's working for that tech fall. Wants to get up by 15. If he can get one more takedown, 45 seconds, he'll be at technical fall superiority.
He's close to it, and the wrestlers go out of bounds. We're going back into the center. 16-4 is our score with 40 seconds remaining. Obviously, Davidheiser wants to get that additional takedown.
Yeah, you can almost count that he's going to be pushing the pace to try and get this last takedown. It's a matter of 4 team points and 5 team points in. At the end of the day, that singular point can mean a lot of things in these duels.
There is the takedown. Davidheiser with the takedown, and the bout is over.
Yep, we close out at 19-14, and as mentioned before, that is a technical fall superiority. So we'll move into the next bout here.
With the Bison leading 5-0 over Morgan State. There you see a good picture of Kade Davidheiser, winner, 125 pounds. Now let's talk a little bit again about Kenny Monday. We have a short break here. Kenny Monday was an outstanding Olympic wrestler. As you're seeing the cradle applied by Davidheiser, he's picking up points there. This is a replay. And Davidheiser coming very close to the fall. He did not get it, but he did pick up the tech fall and got 5 points for the Bucknell Bison.